Tonight on CTV3 News, two Mennonite men suffer injuries in motorcycle crash near shipyard, neither wore helmets. Police investigate death of man found inside a Corozal home. 4 individuals are charged in illegal logging incident in Maya Forest Corridor. And ongoing salary dispute intensifies between the BNPU and MOE. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, November 4th, 2025.
Looking for quality, tasty, and easy to prepare meals? Look no farther. M&M Frozen Foods, proudly distributed by United Distributors Limited, brings you a wide range of delicious frozen delights, perfect for every occasion. From frozen pizzas, quesadillas, garlic bread, jumbo samosa, cocktail samosas, pizza pockets, spring rolls, and happy noodles, M&M Frozen Foods is fresh, flavorful, and convenient for busy lifestyles. Whether you're planning a quick dinner, hosting a gathering, or stocking up for the week, M&M Frozen Foods has you covered. Available now at leading supermarkets and stores nationwide through United Distributors Limited. M&M Frozen Foods, extensive variety to satisfy every craving.
Attention farmers. The New World screwworm is a serious threat to livestock, pets, wildlife, and humans. It causes yield losses, damages the quality of meat and skins, and can even kill them if left untreated. Check your animals daily. If you see any wounds on them, treat them immediately. Prevention is key. Apply approved healing and fly repellents to the navel of newborn animals after dehorning, ear tagging, or any other practice that leaves wounds on your animals to ensure your animal's well-being. If you notice worms in unusual wounds, report them immediately. Call Baja at 824-4872 or text or WhatsApp 670-7003 or call your nearest Ministry of Agriculture office. And don't forget, never transport or receive animals with injuries. Together, we will prevent the spread of this dangerous disease. This message was brought to you by Baja, OIRSA, AICA, USDA, and the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security, and Enterprise.
We are the Public Utilities Commission. Since 1999, we have regulated Belize's electricity, water, and telecommunication sectors, ensuring quality services at reasonable rates for consumers. A lot has changed since our establishment in 1999, and so have we. To reflect our evolution and future-focused vision, we are proud to introduce our new identity, where the blend of colors show our balanced and inclusive approach to regulation, where innovation, sustainability, and trust are all equally important. Orange represents the telecommunications sector and symbolizes innovation and connectivity. Green reflects the energy sector, sustainability, and national growth. Blue represents the water sector, highlighting trust, stability, and life-sustaining resources. White symbolizes transparency and accountability, core principles of the PUC. We are the Public Utilities Commission, transitioning to a new look, but our core values remain the same: accountability, excellence, integrity, innovation, and professionalism. Our logo is more than a design. It is our visual commitment to continue to serve the people of Belize with transparency, competence, and professionalism. We are the Public Utilities Commission.
Your government is taking back ownership of our hydro dams and power generation plants, and all shares held in BEL by the foreign-owned Fortis. Belizean assets in the hands of Belizeans. Fully Belizean-owned and managed, with all local employees. Our nation's premier source of clean power generation is now in our hands. Revenues made in Belize will now stay in Belize. Remember, energy security equals economic independence. Your government continues to put Belizeans first. 35-year-old Angelita Megania and her 6-year-old son, Tishan Godoy, were mercilessly set on fire by Megania's ex-common-law husband, who is also Tishan's father.
On Saturday evening, a woman was found dead, stuffed in a garbage barrel here in the city.
Police are looking into the tragic murder of a woman in Concepcion village. They suspect that 36-year-old Wendy Mendez might have been caught in a domestic dispute, especially since she was gravely injured in a chopping incident back in 2022 that nearly took her life.
On Saturday afternoon, one mother's nightmares became a terrible reality when she found her daughter's body on the bedroom floor. 26-year-old Kira Gentle had been at home when she was reportedly shot by her ex-boyfriend Harrison Arnold.
Violence is not love. Silence is not an option. Speak out and get out.
Good evening with your news also simulcast in Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. In a recent incident near the community of Shipyard, 2 Mennonite men were involved in a serious motorcycle accident which the police are tonight investigating since it went unreported. According to information, the riders were traveling along a rural stretch of road in Camp 4 vicinity when they allegedly lost control of their motorcycle, resulting in a crash into a roadside ditch. The force of the collision ejected both men from the bike. It has been confirmed by police that neither individual was wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. Both men sustained significant head injuries along with multiple other wounds. They were promptly transported to Northern Regional Hospital, where they are currently in serious but stable condition. Officials are now examining the circumstances leading to the accident, considering factors such as possible speeding. Authorities are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a man whose body was discovered inside a residence in the Finca Solana area of Corozal Town. According to preliminary reports, police officers responded to a scene earlier today and found the deceased lying motionless inside the house. Initial information suggests that the man may have died from a suspected overdose. However, the exact cause of death has not yet been confirmed, as a post-mortem examination is pending to establish definitive details. Investigators suspect that the man may have been deceased since Friday, as the body was found in an advanced state of decomposition. More information will be provided as details emerge. The Forest Department of the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Solid Waste Management has taken decisive action against illegal logging activities in the Maya Forest Corridor, apprehending 4 individuals involved in an unlawful possession of forest produce. On November 2, 2025, wildlife conservation officers from the Wildlife Conservation Society, WCS, conducting routine patrols uncovered an active illegal logging site approximately 7 miles along the coastal road on national lands in the southwestern section of the Maya Forest. The operation led to the detention of 4 residents of Cotton Tree Village: Noemi Perez, 44, Wedlin Mas, 21, Melvin Jesus Mas, 23, and Everardo Mas, 48. The suspects were found in possession of approximately 112 pieces of mahogany and 85 pieces of sawn wood lumber, totaling over 1,778.8 board feet, without any valid permission. Authorities also seized 2 vehicles, a blue Toyota 4Runner and a black Toyota pickup, both loaded with forest produce. Following the discovery, WCS promptly alerted the Forest Department and the Belize Police Department. The combined efforts resulted in the detention of the individuals and the confiscation of the lumber and vehicles. An interagency reconnaissance mission on November 3, 2025, involving the Forest Department, the Foundation for Wildlife Conservation, Monkey Bay Wildlife Sanctuary, and WCS further recovered an additional 30 pieces of mahogany lumber from the surrounding forested area. The 4 individuals face charges under Section 19 of the Forest Act, Chapter 220 for unlawful possession of forest produce, and their vehicles remain impounded pending court proceedings. The Forest Department extended its gratitude to all partnering agencies, particularly officers from the Mahogany Heights and Hattieville police stations, for their swift and coordinated response to the incident. Authorities reaffirmed that illegal logging and unauthorized possession of forest resources are serious offenses that threaten Belize's rich natural heritage and the livelihoods of communities dependent on healthy forests. The public is urged to remain vigilant and report any suspicious or illegal activities to the Forest Department hotline at 610-1524. Coming up next, Supreme Court throws out Shine's case over UDP red. Stay tuned.
Bolido has been a part of the fabric of Belizean society. It's part of Belizean culture. And now, under new management and ownership by the government of Belize, it is contributing significantly to national development.
Belize Government Lotteries Limited is proud to officially launch the FIWI Bolido app, now available for download from the Apple Play Store and Google Play. This launch is a revolutionary step in making Belize's favorite games more accessible than ever before. The innovative mobile platform will allow players to purchase Bolido, Ordinary Lottery, and Jackpot Lottery directly from their smartphones, giving players the freedom to play and win from anywhere in Belize. The FIWI Bolido app will provide a trusted and secure payment gateway that will make every transaction simple and reliable.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
Hoy te vamos a contar un cuento basado en una historia real. Chao Dengue. Capítulo 1. Síntomas del dengue. Había una vez una familia que, sin saberlo, llevaba consigo un visitante no deseado. No era un monstruo ni un fantasma, pero sí algo que podía debilitar su cuerpo y robarle la energía. Pronto llegaron la fiebre, acompañada de dolor de cabeza, principalmente detrás de los ojos, dolor de cuerpo, náuseas y un sarpullido que se enrojecía por su piel. ¿Qué debían hacer en ese momento? Lo primero era no caer en la automedicación. En la mente del padre resonaban las palabras de los expertos. La clave está en buscar ayuda temprana. Así que, sin dudarlo, se dirigió a la unidad de salud más cercana, donde le brindaron la atención necesaria. Pero la historia no termina ahí. Si alguien en su familia también enfrentaba la misma situación, era enviado a su hogar con una lista de recomendaciones para ser cuidado allí. El reposo se convertía en su mejor escudo y la hidratación en su arma más poderosa. Abundante líquido y, sobre todo, sales de rehidratación oral serían sus aliados en la recuperación. La familia aprendió que la acción temprana podía marcar la diferencia para que esta historia tenga un final feliz. Y colorín colorado, la salud hay que cuidarla en todos lados.
The High Court has dismissed an application by former UDP leader Moses Shine Barrow and Alberto August, who sought permission to challenge a February decision by the Elections and Boundaries Commission (EBC), allowing all United Democratic Party (UDP) candidates to use the traditional party color red in the March 2025 general election. Justice Ondora ruled that the issue was moot as the election had already taken place and the relief sought no longer served any practical purpose. The court also found that the claimants failed to act promptly, noting that the application was filed in March but was not actively pursued until months later. Barrow had argued that the EBC acted unlawfully in granting candidates aligned with Tracy Panton, whom he accused of forming a separate Alliance for Democracy group, the right to use the UDP's signature color. However, the court held that since the election concluded without challenge and a new government had been formed, there was no longer a live issue to decide. Justice Ondora further stated that there were no exceptional circumstances warranting the court's intervention at this stage and emphasized the duty to act promptly in judicial review matters. No order for cost was made. The ongoing salary controversy between the Ministry of Education and Belize National Teachers Union (BNTU) has intensified following sharp criticism from Union President Nadia Callis, who has accused Education Minister Honorable Oscar Requena of spreading misinformation and disrespecting the union. Minister Requena, speaking earlier this week, sought to explain recent issues which teachers have been facing regarding recent deductions reflecting salary advances given to teachers in December 2024 to ease their financial burden during the holidays. He said the ministry had clearly indicated at the time that those payments would be reconciled in 2025 and stressed that the government has continued to honor its commitment to the education sector despite fiscal challenges. For context, we replay a portion of that interview.
And as far as I understand it, I believe it was last year around December, there were some teachers who were owed some funds. In some instances, they may have been salary adjustments. Some of it may have been hardship, among other allowances that teachers receive. My understanding is that at the time a decision was made that teachers would have been advanced, the monies, with the understanding that they would have to pay back. It wasn't a grant that they were given, but rather an advance, and that they would have to pay back the money. My understanding is that the financial center, I believe last week, made those deductions. I think the issue may have been where there may have been some miscommunication, and I think that should have been communicated, in a timely manner to the teachers, so that, of course, they knew that at some point they had to pay. I think the issue was that they may not have been aware that everything would have been taken out at, the date when it was done. So that's a matter that, we are working out, and certainly. Let me say from the onset that I understand the concerns, the issues that teachers have, because the truth of the matter is that teachers don't get a lot of pay, a lot of money, and they have their budget. They schedule out their budget. So certainly when you see something coming out and they did not receive enough prior notification, it is a concern. I'm hoping that this matter can be addressed very soon so that we can move forward.
So it's not a matter of teachers not getting their salary.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And unfortunately, as always, there is some level of miscommunication because what we actually saw out there in the media, particularly in social media, was that teachers were not being paid, and it's not that.
However, in a passionate late-night Facebook live stream on Monday, BNTU National President Nadia Callis rejected that account outright, calling it outrightly untrue. She said the payments in question were not advances but rather legitimate increments and overdue allowances owed to teachers.
First of all, I have to make it known that while majority of the teachers were paid, we still had teachers who were not paid in September, who were not paid in October, and for some of them, they haven't seen their vacation pay at all. So they did not get the July, the June, the September, the October. No lies, no exaggeration. The BNTU is not in the business of playing around with its data. So I want to make that clear. Now, the issue that I brought out publicly is the fact that for months now, teachers have been complaining about a miscellaneous deduction. More last month than ever because there were huge chunks being deducted. What is miscellaneous? Nobody could have explained what it was. Now, as the leader of this union, I am hearing for the first time, because the CEO sent a letter over the weekend. I shared it with my council this morning. I wanted some clarity on what was there. And so I said, let me ask my questions first before I say anything. I never got the opportunity to do that today. Until tonight, I'm seeing this nonsense about teachers being given an advance in December and that they should have expected to repay it or stuff like that. I don't know where my dear minister got his facts from because I am shocked. I'm irritated, as a matter of fact. For us now, nationally, globally to be exact, to be told that your increment, your outstanding allowances was an advance. When the minister, or ministers of government, there's a reason I'm not calling any name right now, came out and said the teachers will be given the increment before the 31st, before the 31st of December. That came from them. The BNTU has a letter that CEO Mejia sent to the BNTU, to me as a president, on the 6th of December, stating the exact same thing, that the increments and allowances and so forth will be given by December 31st, 2024.
The BNTU president also claimed that while many teachers have now received their salaries, others are still waiting for payments dating back to June. She described the situation as unacceptable and warned that the government's handling of the issue has eroded trust between ministry and educators.
We did not go into any meeting. The BNTU negotiating team did not go into any meeting agreeing to you all getting any advance in December. The conversation was about you all getting your outstanding increments and allowances. Now, somebody messed up along the way. Somebody lied along the way. Somebody lied to the minister along the way. Somebody shift this whole thing. We met with the Ministry of Education senior management team, including the minister, on the 17th of December. In that meeting, we brought to their attention the fact that taxes will not be deducted if they go through the managements. They responded that they have worked all of that out. Later on, we found out that was not so. They explained to us that they will have to withhold some of it back from the teachers in January and February. When they explained that to us, we explained that to you all. But I am very unhappy with the fact that they chose not to share that with the BNTU. They chose not to share that with you. But now they're out there publicly calling this in advance.
And while the union is currently seeking clarity on the matter, Callis warns that a storm may be forming on the horizon if this matter is not resolved from the bottom up.
And you don't play down especially the teacher right now, who the landlord has asked to vacate the premises because he cannot pay his rent. No light, no water right now. And say, oh, it's not an issue of teachers not being paid. It should have been. It's not an issue of majority of teachers not being paid, but there are a few. Because last month we had to work together to try and get over 100 paid, and some still were not paid. And I'm sure Principal Pitzol will not be upset with me pointing her out. Sure, she was the person I had to be investigating, trying to figure out what happened to her salary. Sure, she went publicly. And I stayed behind the scenes trying to help those teachers. Those who got paid afterwards, they were so happy. But we still have that matter. Make we stop play this down now. Because the BN play it down now here. It done. We not to play this down now. It's finished. We ain't even gonna do this kind of thing discussing that. We'll take it to the other level. I'll have that discussion with my council and we take it from there.
The Miss Universe 2025 pageant held in Thailand is facing mounting criticism and amid allegations of unauthorized activities, biased voting practices, and conflicts of interest involving key organizers. Central to the controversy is Nawat Itzragritsil, the competition's executive director and head of Miss Universe Thailand, who also founded Miss Grand International. His dual roles have raised concerns about the fairness and transparency of the event. The trouble began when the Thai host committee introduced a special dinner and talk show which allowed fans to vote for contestants. The Miss Universe organization, MUO, swiftly condemned the event, labeling it unauthorized and warning that any of the Miss Universe name or logo without official approval breaches organizational policies. Nawat's team defended the event, claiming it was part of Thailand's promotional efforts and within their rights as the host country, accusing MUO of creating unnecessary confusion. Critics argued that Nawat's simultaneous management of both the Thai contestant and the international pageant creates a clear conflict of interest. The fan voting, which was conducted primarily on Thai social media pages, with predominantly Thai followers, appears to give the local contestant an unfair advantage over others from different nations. While MUO maintains that only officially sanctioned activities are recognized, Nawat's team contends that hosts are permitted to organize their own promotional initiatives. This disagreement has cast a shadow over the integrity of the competition, prompting questions from contestants and fans alike about the fairness of the proceedings. Adding fuel to the controversy, a heated incident occurred during the Bangkok pre-event when Nawat publicly reprimanded Miss Mexico, Fatima Bosch, for allegedly refusing to promote host country activities. Nawat reportedly called her dumb, summoned security, and caused a protest walkout by several delegates in solidarity. Belize's very own Isabella Zabani was among those who left the room, emphasizing her commitment to advocating for women's visibility and voice beyond superficial slogans. Despite the protest, the Miss Universe organization announced that the pageant would proceed as planned, with all contestants, including Bosch, remaining in the competition. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
Get the most out of your internet with Centaur's ExpressNet. Are you ready to supercharge your online experience? When connecting to your Velo Mesh device, make sure you're linked to our blazing fast 5 GHz frequency. Why 5 GHz? Faster speeds. At a shorter range, 5 GHz is perfect for use in smaller spaces where speed is your top priority. As for the 2.4 GHz, while connection may travel farther, it can lead to slower performance. Remember, choose 5 GHz for your devices and experience the difference instantly. ExpressNet, bringing you the best speeds for the ultimate online experience. For more information, contact us at 380-0101.
Welcome to Design Depot, where you'll find premium quality products from trusted brands, all in one place. Visit us today. For quality products, expert service, and the brands you trust. Design Depot, all in one place.
Oh man, one more scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Enjoy free social media data now included in our Flex Choice and Select postpaid plans. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Every day, the demand on your business get higher. More productivity, better equipment, and reliable support to keep up with a fast-moving world. At Cellular World Business Solutions, we're ready to help you boost performance across every operation. Don't let outdated technology hold you back. With our certified and supported solutions, your business stays ahead. We supply office equipment, printers, inks, and toners, software licenses, IT system assembly as your Dell Platinum and Cisco partner, appliances, and custom orders tailored to your needs. From startups to large enterprises and renowned institutions, we serve every corner of the country because no industry can afford to fall behind on technology. Let's take your business to the next level. Contact us today at 610-2494. Cellular World Business Solutions, your reliable partner in business success.
On November 3rd, 2025, Honorable Michelle Shabat, Belize's Minister of Public Utilities, Energy and Logistics, Dr. Honorable Louisa Bani, Minister of Constitution and Religious Affairs, Indigenous Affairs and Transportation, and Dr. Honorable Osmond Martinez, Minister of State in the Ministry of Economic Transformation, held a bilateral meeting with Green Climate Fund GCF representatives, including Chief Investment Officer Henry Gonzalez and Regional Director Christine Lang. Representing the government of Belize and Prime Minister Honorable John Briceño, the ministers expressed gratitude for GCF's approval of 2 new climate projects during the 43rd Fund Board meeting in October. Belize will receive a $22 million grant to support the scaling up of Caribbean hydrometeorological and multi-hazard early warning services project, with additional funds allocated to Trinidad and Tobago. Another $624,197.88 will fund the Strengthen the Belize National Protected Area System project, aimed at enhancing resilience and reducing vulnerability to climate change. The ministers highlighted that GCF's support demonstrates Belize's leadership in climate action. They emphasized the importance of strategic partnerships and investments in building a resilient future capable of addressing the impacts of climate change. Discussions also covered potential funding for several other national initiatives, including rural resilience, e-mobility and bus modernization, municipal climate resilience, Maya-led climate pathways, and the Banana and Citrus Initiative under GCF Replenishment 2. The Ministry of Economic Transformation reaffirmed Belize's commitment to climate action, disaster preparedness, and regional resilience. Appreciation was extended to various national agencies, international partners, and organizations such as the Caribbean Development Bank for their roles in advancing these projects. In a significant stride towards fostering resilient and inclusive economic development, the International Labour Organization ILO, in partnership with the European Union EU and the government of Belize, officially unveiled the Prosper project. participation, ownership, and sustainable progress for economic resilience during a milestone event held at Toledo Bible College in Yemery Grove. The 4-year initiative, generously funded by the European Union with a budget of $8.9 billion, aims to empower communities in Belize's southern districts of Toledo and Stand Creek. Its focus is on building local entrepreneurship, enhancing skills training, and strengthening value chains to promote sustainable livelihoods and inclusive growth. Leroy Martinez, representative of the Ministry of Economic Transformation, expressed the ministry's dedication to collaboration, acknowledging the government's leadership in promoting decent work and sustainability. This was echoed by Honorable Florencio Marin Jr., Minister of Rural Transformation, Community Development, Labor, and Local Government, who underscored the alignment of Prosper with national development objectives, including Plan Belize and the Decent Work Country Program. The event concluded with remarks from Valentino Schall, Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Rural Transformation, who addressed the region's socio-economic challenges, including multidimensional poverty, youth underemployment, and educational disparities. The Prosper project marks a pivotal step towards fostering resilient, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth in Belize's southern communities, driven by local participation and strategic partnerships. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, November 5th here on CTV3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/CTV3BelizeNews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. From all of us here at CTV3, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.